Okay, so I'm here in my Google Classroom and I'm going to show you how to set up a class. So you don't want to join a class. That would be more for a student. Rather, you want to create a class. So I'm going to come up with a class name. We'll do continuing ed. And then you can add the section that you want to. So maybe this is your 4th hour class. Sorry. Subject, I'm just going to say English for me, but you can say Spanish, science, whatever it is you want to, anatomy and physiology. It doesn't really matter. Or if you even just want to say 6th grade or 3rd grade or 1st grade. And then room, you can put your room number, you can put Mrs. Beaker, whatever the case is. So then you're going to click create. Once you click create, it'll take a minute. Hopefully not too long. So now you have a new class. So here in this class, if you kind of scroll down, you can see that you can write something to your class. We'll talk more about the features of this. You can select a different theme. So if you want it to be, they have a ton of different things. So you're just select whatever theme you think fits, or maybe you just like that, you think it's fun. So go ahead and select your theme. And so that kind of changes everything for you. So things to know. You can have your students type in this class code. So if I click on this, it makes it larger. You can highlight it, you can copy it, and then you can send that to your kids. That I think is easier when you are in the classroom. So one thing that I like to do is I'm going to go to people. And then from people, as you can see, there's teachers here. So if you want multiple teachers to be on this account, you're welcome to that. Or if you don't, that's fine. And then for students, I'm going to just start typing in names. Make sure that they're the Hoxie.org account. Whoever else you want to invite. Click invite. And then the students will have to go into their email and join the class. I will show you what that looks like from the student end here in a minute. Grades. This is, you obviously don't have any grades yet, but the stream is where when you post all of your assignments, that's where it's going to be. Sorry, my computer's running a little bit slow today. So you can just share an announcement with your class. Then all you need to do is click post. If you wanted to schedule that post, you can do that, or you can just save it as a draft. If you click in the post area, if you click that down arrow, post just means it's going to post it right now. Schedule means that you can set a time that you want to schedule it. So if you want it to roll out April 1st or April 6th or whatever, you can schedule that, or you can save this as a draft. If you know that you're going to do this at some point, but you don't have quite the materials set up, then you can save it as a draft. You can also add links, you can add files, you can add a YouTube video, you can add things from your Google Drive. So if I wanted to add this to it, this Hoxie Junior Senior High School, or just any kind of announcement, anything like that that you wanted the kids to look over to read, you can do that. You can add multiple things. So you could even add a YouTube link if you wanted to, for the students to look at as well. All kinds of options. I recommend the Google Drive option just simply because it connects really well with it. And that'll work best for Chromebooks if your students are on Chromebooks. So to show you the schedule feature, you can schedule this announcement. I'm going to schedule it for April 1st, and I'm going to schedule it at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I can schedule that. And obviously I need to make a copy of that before I attach it. So that'll take just a moment. And now I can go under my saved announcements and it shows me that this is what this is going to say when this is going to post. If I decide to change that, I can change that. Just click on the assignment, click on the drop down arrow, and then I can change that to later. I cannot change that to sooner. So once you schedule something, it's very hard to get that to move back. So I've got that scheduled. If I want to create my first assignment, I'm going to go to classwork and I'm going to create. Now, there are tons of options here. You can create an assignment. You can create a Kami assignment, which is just basically you're giving somebody a PDF and then they're going to manipulate that PDF. A quiz assignment, question, material, reuse a post, topic. I'm just going to schedule a simple assignment for now. I'd include something like that. Okay, here's something really cool. If you wanted to schedule this for several classes, so I'm over here on the right-hand side of your screen, you have the opportunity to click as many or as few classes as you want. You're on the continuing ed, or I'm on the continuing ed classroom right now, so it will schedule to that no matter what. But I can click, yeah, I want to add this to my 8th grade classes as well. That's an option. You can keep it for all students. You can choose specific students. You can change the points. You can make it ungraded, or you can change it to 1,000 points. It's really whatever you want. Okay. Due date. This is really nice. I love this feature. So if I'm going to say that this is due April 10th, which I know that that will be Good Friday, and we won't have school, but that'll give you an idea. It automatically defaults to 11:59 p.m. on that day. If you want it due sooner than that, you're going to have to go in and change all of that. So I'm going to say 7 p.m. instead. Topic, you can create a topic. Sometimes it's nice creating topics, especially if you, so that your information stays pretty solid and together. You can attach a rubric if you want to. This originality report just basically checks for any plagiarism or any copied work when it comes to writing. I'm not super familiar with the originality reports, and you can learn more about that too by clicking the Learn More. You can either add or create. So if you already have it created, you're just going to go to Add, go to Google Drive. You're going to click, I'll just add this one again. Or you can go in and create. So maybe it's something that you want to create while you are in the middle of something. Sometimes it'll auto default answers for you, not always. And I will just say this is module 1. Obviously we'll have more than this, but this gives you an idea. And this, I'm just creating a Google form. So once I have that finished, it should automatically save once I'm finished. Okay, this is a really cool feature for if you add something automatically. If you click on that drop down, this gives you the opportunity for students to view the file, which means that they can look at and read the information. Students can edit, means that they can actually manipulate and type in answers and change text, and then make a copy for each student, which still gives them the opportunity to manipulate the document, but it creates a copy for each student. So I like to use that feature when I want students to be able to change and manipulate without changing the same document. If you just choose can edit file, that means that if you have 50 students in that class, 50 students will be able to edit that exact file, and that will be a headache and a mess. So unless students are doing group work together, I don't recommend the students can edit file section. I recommend make a copy for each student. So I'm going to go ahead and assign this. And it'll take just a minute here since my computer's running a little bit slower. And then it shows up here in your classwork. So you have module 1, gives you the directions, it gives you you can view the whole assignment. It says that there's a form here that we need to complete. On the instructions, it shows you what you typed, what you added. Okay. Now, if you want to edit something, this will show you where students have turned in their work, if they have turned in their work. Obviously, I don't have any students that have turned it in yet because I don't have any students that have added my class yet. But on the instructions, if you decide that you want to edit something, okay, this is too much and I want to edit it and I don't want it to be worth 1,000 points, I want it to be worth 10 points. And I don't want that first assignment on there. I just want them to read over this text and edit the text and answer the questions. Then you can go through and edit in there. And maybe I want to clarify this. Module 1, first assignments. You can edit all of that. And it's going to ask you, obviously, you've updated your point value. Is that okay? Yes. Really easy. And then you can add class comments. And I do believe that the class can actually comment to you like, hey, Mrs. Beaker, I didn't understand question number 1 on this first assignment. Then when you're done with that, you've created that assignment. If you click back here to this continuing ed, that takes you back to this home screen. And then if you are with settings, really that's just editing your class name. When you're done here, everything looks good to go. You've posted everything that you wanted to do. Upcoming assignments will show up here for your students, which is really nice. You are just going to, if you want to go to another class or if you need to create a to-do list, this feature is really nice as well because it's telling you you need to grade this, you need to grade that, you need to check over this, which I appreciate because sometimes I need that virtual to-do list. But then from there, you can go back to classes. You can go back to your calendar. Your calendar will show you what you've assigned. So this is actually for one of my classes that I've assigned for my junior high kids, and it looks like I need to go change that due date. So that just gives you kind of the basics of Google Classroom. I really hope this was helpful. If I've forgotten anything or if there's anything else that you want me to show you, please just let me know and I'll make a video.